Good morning, everybody. You might notice things look a little bit different right now, and it's because they are different. We are wow, that's a wild background. I'll just show you guys right now. I'm actually at my mom's house. We're back in Wheeling, West Virginia. This is my mom's little doggy Ringo. Come here, Ringo. And we're doing our first mobile stream. So welcome everybody. Good morning. It is time to wake up in Barca. We're gonna do the same thing. We got the jersey on. We got coffee, and we got some news to catch up on. So right off the bat, I know Aguero contract has been offered, has not been signed yet. That announcement's going to happen. We'll be talking about that. Apparently, there is a short list. Maybe I can set this. Maybe right here. Maybe that'll work. That's gonna work. As long as Ringo doesn't knock over that cord. Oh, there it is. We're gonna figure it out. This works. This works, my friends. I'm loving it. Barcelona Messi, how you doing, my friend? You've been in here like for every morning show. I want to thank you for being in here. That's very cool. Who else we got in here today? I think just a couple people starting off. No big deal. Weird angle, weird background. It is what it is, folks. It is what it is. We're mobile. We're live. We're moving. We're grooving. Number one morning show for all the Kool-Aids in the world. We're going to go Barcelona news. We're going to cover all the headlines, see what we missed. All right. Rumors, Nice to sign Todibo. You guys probably have him. He was promising for a bit there, but now we have Araujo, we have Mingueza, we have Eric Garcia coming back in. Yeah, you guys could probably have Todibo. You could have Todibo. Apparently, SB Nation also says that Barcelona named price for Alenia. We should hang on to Alenia. That's where my opinions will start. Let's go with that. Alenia, young, up-and-coming Spaniard, got loaned out to Betis, got loaned out to, I think, also Getafe over the last couple of years. So we need to give some of our young midfielders a chance. We went through like 15 years of the Xavi and Iniesta era and are still in the ripples of. And we got Ayush, what's up, dude? Good morning to you. Well, good evening where you are, of course. But Alenia, I'm a fan of Alenia. He's a little bit bigger than Pedri and a little bit bigger than Pooch. And if he can play in these mid-level clubs, why not keep him around and let him do his thing, let him develop a little bit. Let's talk about that next, Ayush, because that is very concerning. No Messi for Eibar. I know that there's nothing to play for. La Liga's done and dusted. We can't win it. I really hope Atletico Madrid win. Sidebar. I just really hope Atletico Madrid win and not Real. But the fact that Messi is not training this week and he's not playing in the match against Eibar, it's a little bit disconcerting. Hopefully he's just getting maybe a couple weeks extra rest before going into the off season where there will be some international tournaments. So we got that going on. But it is concerning, right? Are you guys worried when you see a headline that says Messi's not going to play in the last game of the season? That's concerning. It's definitely concerning. We could say that. Ayush also sent me something on Instagram, and maybe Ayush, you can share what account it came from because I forget, and I'm streaming from my phone right now. But Messi's reaction during the Celta game, the frustration that he was seeing, head down when we're missing chances, giving the ball up. Whew. Yeah. Benzema to France selection is interesting, we'll say. I want to say I'm happy for him. I know that as a Barcelona fan, I'm supposed to hate all Madristas, but he got caught up in a weird controversy. What was it, like 10 years ago, something like that now? Somewhere, I think it was the 2014 World Cup? I think it was the 2014 World Cup where Benzema got caught up in the craziness of this, what would you call it, scandal to try to extort some of the France national team players. So good for him. You got to say he deserves it, Let's see. I'm going to bring up, it's hard for me to keep up on the chat while this is happening. because it just like it pops up and goes away. So I'm gonna pull this up. Here we go. Nope. Nope, that ain't it. That ain't it. Oh well, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Certainly hope we win because I don't want to. Oh, if I touch it, it comes back up. No, I don't want to see us finish first. Thushar, good morning, my friend. Ronaldo never got to the final. Yeah, that is true. That is true. Ronaldo never got to the World Cup final. I really don't like to judge players based off of particularly their results for the international team because that's you have such little control around that, you guys. Like you can't help. Well, some people can. I know that there are players who switch nationalities, but for the most part, you can't help where you're born. You can't help where you're from, where your heritage comes from, and you can't help how good your national team is. What's up, Ringo? We got a new puppy star here introduced on the channel. So overall, just to start off, I'm excited that the Aguero contracts are coming through. However, I'm not going to consider that a done deal until pen is on paper. Aguero himself has said Barcelona is the priority. Contract is there. Everything's ironed out pretty much. I believe it was a 2-year deal, 2023. But he's not going to sign anything until after the UCL final, of course. Part of me wants Aguero to be able to win right off into the sunset. Pep Guardiola, same thing. But man, young Christian Pulisic at Chelsea, Captain America. I can't help it. Who do I think is going to win European Championship, Copa America? European Championship, it's going to be France. I think France are going to go on a run very similar to what you saw Spain do. You're all caught up in the cord there. There you go, Ringo. Very similar to Spain do back in, what was it, 2008 to 2012, basically, where they just dominated the whole time. So very, very much leaning towards France for the Euros. Copa America, I guess you got to go Brazil, right? I don't think Argentina is strong enough. They're going to have Messi, Aguero, Di Maria, Dybala. But their midfield, though, what does Argentina have in the midfield? That's where it gets a little concerning for me. I don't think they have enough in the midfield. Thushar, I did not hear about R9's hilarious comments. What did he say? What do you need, Ringo? You're fine, buddy. Let's see what else we got while you guys are answering that question. Ter Stegen undergoing surgery. That is also a little bit concerning. Apparently, it's not going to be a huge deal. But Ter Stegen is going under the knife, getting some surgery. But I guess the good news is he'll get it done now. He's going to miss the Euros, which is disappointing. You'd love to see Ter Stegen get the start over Neuer. I don't know if that would actually happen or not, but you never know. You never know. Let's talk about Laporta's massive selling list. Barca Blaugranes, put out an article, has a little iBar preview as well, but it also talks about, apparently there's a list of players. Hey, Ringo, I'm going to need you to stop whining, buddy. We'll be done live streaming in just about 10 minutes or so, and then we'll go outside, okay? But for right now, you got to wait. I'm trying to find that list. I know Ayush sent me one, but there were players on it, like, they had players listed like Dest and Ricky Puig. I can't take that list seriously. If you're going to have those kind of players listed on a Barcelona looking to sell it, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Come here. Come here. You're fine. Oh, Mama's big boy. Who do you think will win? So Ronaldo, the better one, is the owner of Real Valladolid. They're playing their last game against Atletico Madrid. So Ronaldo is apparently going to pay 150 euros for each player if they win. That is awesome. If you missed the opening couple of seconds, I'm actually back visiting my family right now. So this is my old family dog. This is Ringo. He's an old man. He's 13 or 14 now. He's an old pup. He's an old pup. It is what it is. This is an interesting article. Xavi and Raul. Could Barcelona and Real Madrid both have legends back at the club? What has Raul been doing? Does anybody know what Raul's been doing? Has he been managing somewhere? I haven't kept tabs on Raul at all. Raul's one of those players from Madrid that you can actually respect. Spanish national team legend. Wasn't the most exciting player, but a clinical finisher. Fun to watch. I have respect for Raul. It would be interesting if one day here in the next few years we do have Raul versus Xavi from the manager side of things. Everything Barca. 4 players no longer seen as untouchable for Barcelona. I could name those. Piqué, Busquets, Jordi Alba, and probably Sergio Roberto. Probably those 4, I would imagine. Pedri is also being rested for the Ibar trip. So are we just not? Are we just showing up with a Barcelona B squad? Is that what we're doing? Raul's been managing the youth team. Okay, hey, maybe we should have been doing something like that. Maybe we should have gotten Xavi to come in under what is his name, Garcia, get some experience that way. Ooh, let's talk about Harry Kane. Harry Kane, my friends. Does anybody in here want Barcelona to sign Harry Kane? It's looking like he's going to be available. He's going to be cheaper than Haaland, but he's a little bit older, but he's a little bit more proven as well. It's going to be a little bit harder to pull him from England, but you guys, a Harry Kane, if we had Aguero and Kane as our go-to number 9s, guys, we win La Liga. And if it's Harry Kane, honestly, I think all of a sudden we become Champions League favorites. If we sign Harry Kane and a defensive midfielder, all of a sudden we're favorites. I don't think it's going to happen. Let me just say that. I don't think it's going to happen. This is fun doing the mobile ones. I don't think it's going to happen. It's just not. Here's what I need to do. I'm just saying this as a note to myself. It's weird when you stream from the phone because you can't set it up on the computer and then pick up the scheduled stream. So I have to like schedule it differently on my phone and yada, yada, yada. But I think what I'm going to start doing is just doing random pop-ups on my phone for you guys. So we'll have the morning shows, we'll have the live watch-alongs, but then we're also going to do random pop-ups from time to time. Anyway, I saw a hell no for Harry Kane. Why hell no for Harry Kane, dude? Clinical finisher. While you guys are telling me why you don't want Harry Kane, and be specific, please, I'll share. I'm pretty excited about Aguero. I don't think he moves the needle anywhere more than when we had Suarez, though, right? And I think that's the obvious thing. Why sell one 30-year-old striker who's a little bit past their prime just to bring in another one? Here's why. And I think I said this in my Why Barcelona Want Aguero video. It's an apology to Messi. Bartomeu sold his buddy Suarez. We get a new president, Joan Laporta, comes in, says, hey, sorry about that. Let me bring you Aguero. Pretty much the same thing. Neither Suarez or Aguero has any pace left in their legs. It is what it is. Scarpio, good morning, my friend. We are traveling today, so we're doing a mobile stream, the first on the channel. Welcome, everybody. This is history. Not only are you a part of one of the early Wake Up in Barças, but this is the very first mobile stream on the channel, so thank you all. Good morning. You are making history, friends, right here, live. Anyway, I think Aguero gets us La Liga. I don't think he gets us Champions League. I really do think we are going to need at least one more striker for that and a defensive mid, more importantly than maybe than a number 9 for Champions League. We need goals. We absolutely need goals. Has to happen. Okay, we struggle with that. But the goals that we kept giving up, we blew so many leads. We dropped more than 8 points in the last 3 games because we can't hold a lead. So for those reasons, I think you have to look at the midfield because it's really easy to say Barcelona defense is the problem. But when you have players like Mbappe running at your back 3 consistently, it's because there's not enough defense in the midfield, too many holes, and those counterattacks are going right through. Love Sergio Busquets, huge fan. Could not be happier with his performance this year. He's I don't want to say found a second breath or a second win because that's not the case. He's not the Sergio Busquets of old. But he did what he could. He did what he could this year, right? Excellent passing, excellent positioning. He's just so slow. He's so slow. Fushar saying we're going to see a lot of exits this week. We'll see, dude. I don't know. you got to understand. Here's something that you all have to understand. As we approach the transfer window, the clickbait is going to be rampant. Okay, every YouTuber, every news outlet knows that you guys are waking up every day going, "Oh, did we sign somebody? Did we sell somebody?" So even if there is no news to share, people are going to be putting up content. So this whole laundry list of players that Laporta apparently has said, yes, let's go ahead and sell all these guys. Who are we buying? Who are we buying to replace these players? Are we going to bring in 11 new faces? No, it's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. We will probably sell 3 to 4 players and bring in 3 to 4 players. It's not going to be this wholesale 7, 8, 9 players. That shit ain't happening. It ain't happening. Here's what I want you guys to do. Here's what I want you guys to do. If you don't believe me, okay, I want you all to go back on these YouTubers' channels who had channels last summer, and I want you to scroll through, and I want you to look at the videos and the headlines that they produced last year. And I guarantee you, you will see clickbait after clickbait title. You're going to see Neymar to Barcelona. You're going to see Mbappe rumors. You're going to see all kinds of nonsense during the transfer window. So I'm just warning you, as someone who follows the sport very closely, who loves talking about it, that these these next couple weeks going into the transfer window, it's going to be nothing but clickbait. Nothing but clickbait. Included Ilaish in the not sellable. It makes sense, but we'll see. Next season in front free, Neymar, Lewandowski, and Messi. That's what I heard. That's what I heard. I heard we're getting Neymar and Lewandowski. Oh, that's hilarious. Can't we get the George Ware or Suarez now? Not only what is an offer in Europe. Listen, I'm a huge fan of going for younger players who are still maybe hoping to break through, take a chance on them. I'd rather spend 10 to 20 million on 2 or 3 strikers that are under 25 and take a chance on them. A la a Pedri, right? I know Pedri's not a striker. Pedri's a midfielder. We paid like 17 million for Pedri, and look what we're getting out of him. Amazing stuff out of Pedri. So I think that's the route I'd rather go, rather than spend 180, 190 million on somebody. Sorry, I keep knocking the phone around. Why not take a gamble on some youngsters, right? Why not take a gamble and not spend all that money? That's what I'd rather see. I'd rather, and it just feels better too. When you buy the top talent, it just doesn't, you know what I mean? Like right now, let's just say money was not an issue. Let's say we buy Mbappe and we buy Kimmich in the defensive mid, and we buy Alonso Davies at left back. Okay, so we got a team of mercenaries. Who are we? Real Madrid? You know what I'm saying? I fell in love with this club during an era where it'd be easy to get spoiled, but Xavi, Iniesta, Busquets, Piqué, Messi, Sergio Roberto, all these guys, La Masia players, you know? That's part of the reason why I love this club is they are very focused on the youth development, or were, at least. We were, at one point in time, had the best youth club. Not so much anymore. Not really the case. Odds shortened on Flick being new Barcelona head coach from Marca. Those odds were never, it was never going to happen. Flick was never coming to Barcelona. Again, I got into so many debates with people on other guys' channels even. Ringo, you need to stop. You need to stop. You're fine. On other guys' channels even, because of the clickbait around Flick and Xavi and Koeman. It's just nonsense. It's just nonsense. I'm going to let Ringo off the bed here. Oh, but good thing about mobiles, we can move around. Isn't this nice? All right, come on. I'm just letting the dog out real quick. And then we'll get back to the news, my friends. All right, go ahead downstairs. There you go. Good job. All right. We're moving. We're grooving. Oh, back onto the bed with some coffee. What do you guys think about this mobile, by the way? I know it's kind of a crazy background. But like I said, I'm traveling. And rather than skipping a show, I said, you know what? We might not have the ideal setup that we typically have, but I'd rather be here talking with you all anyway. So we're here. Anyway, back to Flick. Flick is never coming to Barcelona. Not even a chance. Not a snowball's chance in hell. Not even going to acknowledge those clickbait rumors. Absolutely insane. Harry Kane to Real Madrid or FC Barcelona. Back to Harry Kane. I don't think he's coming to Spain. I think he stays in England. English players tend to stay in England. Same for Italy, same for Germany, same for Spain. It just kind of happens that way. You have the huge international breakthroughs, of course, but England more than others, and it might have something to do with getting selected for the national team, tend to stay in England. I know you had David Beckham, you had Michael Owen go over to Real Madrid. I don't see Harry Kane doing that, and I don't see him coming to Barcelona either, to be honest. To be honest. So we shall see. I think that's most of the news. So we talked about Aguero. Aguero contract is pretty much done deal. We're just waiting for that announcement. Depay has come out and said, first of all, it's pretty interesting. Depay, I think, has fired his management team and he is negotiating his contract on his own. So that's pretty exciting. But Depay has said that there is a contract in talks. He'll kind of decide on what club he wants to go to next in the next few days. So we could hear Aguero, we could hear Depay, both by Champions League final. That could happen. Xavi's staying at Al Sadd. I'm so tired of talking about that. Flick is not coming to Barcelona. I think Harry Kane does leave Tottenham, but I think he goes either to Man City or Man United. That's going to be very exciting to watch to see which Manchester club he potentially goes to. Could go to Chelsea too, but I'd much rather see them stick with Werner. I think Werner had a very unlucky year. I think people were really harsh on him. Going to a new league, a new club with a bunch of new players around him. It's not like he was the one player joining an established team. There was 3-4 major changes at Chelsea. Ayush, it's a good question. He flopped at United. I think some of that you can blame on Louis van Gaal because the same thing happened to Di Maria. So just keep that in mind. There was a couple flops at Man United during that Louis van Gaal era. Again, I don't think Depay wins his Champions League, right? It's not like I don't think he puts us over the edge, but we need more, right? We got to remember we're going to get Ansu Fati back, but if you look at our other options offensively, is Depay an upgrade from Trincao? Yes. Is he an upgrade from Braithwaite? Yes. Is he an upgrade from Griezmann? Maybe. I think a lot of Griezmann's future will depend on Depay, and Depay's future at Barcelona will depend on Griezmann. We got to figure that out. Griezmann's getting paid $45 million a year right now. It's way too much. That is way too much. The young only gets 20. We talked about this. I don't need to. I don't need to get back into it, right? Very exciting stuff. Griezmann, Umtiti, Dembele, all out. I don't think Langley gets sold. I know the fans want him sold, but I think because of what we paid for him, cheap, like 24, 25 mil. I don't think so. I don't think we sell Langley. Umtiti, yes. I think he absolutely gets sold. Injury prone. Basically gave up his long-term health so that he could win the World Cup. I don't blame him whatsoever. But he's got, I think it's either his foot or his ankles, whatever it is. Umtiti gets sold, I think. Griezmann is either going to be sold or get his contract renegotiated. That's really what it comes down to. I don't know. We still need a defensive mid. Everyone wants to talk about the sexy forward transfers. We need a defensive mid. Pjanic can go. We don't even need to talk about Pjanic. That's an assumption. He's hot garbage. No reason not to sell Pjanic. So he will be going for sure. Eric Garcia hasn't had really any playing time this second half of the year. Once the needle got moved that he was going to not be signing with Man City, he's going to stay or go back to Barcelona, Pep was like, cool, I'm not going to waste time letting you get playing time when I have other players that I would like to grow and develop. So Eric Garcia is a little bit of a wait and see. It's very much a parallel story to Piqué. Started out at La Masia, went to Manchester, Piqué went red, Garcia went blue, now he's coming back. Worked out for Piqué, could work out for Garcia. Who knows? We shall see. I'm hoping for the best, of course. It makes me nervous that Messi's not playing against Ibar. I guess it makes sense. De Jong only gets 20 million, but it is still more than Kimmich, Bruna, Cruz, and Fernandez. Yeah, I'm not saying that De Jong needs to get paid more. I'm saying Griezmann needs to get paid less. Like, Messi makes 70 million, you give him that, right? Then I think everyone else needs to fall in line behind De Jong. If you remove Messi from the equation, Frankie De Jong is our most influential player. 100%. Box to box, he has to be there for us to be successful. So for that reason, it should be Messi, Frankie De Jong, and then everybody else. There shouldn't be anybody at the club that's getting paid more than that. Maybe Ter Stegen. You could argue Ter Stegen. I'd give you that. If Ter Stegen was the second or third highest paid player, I would go for that. And maybe we need to do that. Maybe that needs to be fixed. Maybe Ter Stegen needs that. Visca Barca. Look at that. You're right behind me on that. I love it. I love it. Parallel thinking, my friend. Okay. Folks, I think this is going to be just about it for the morning. I do have to get my my work day going, unfortunately. It's Friday, so thank goodness it's Friday, but still got some work to do. This was fun, though. This is one of our longest wake up in Barca's. And, of course, we are traveling. We're on the go, but we have done our first mobile stream. So thank you very much to everyone who tuned in this morning. You're part of history. You are part of history on this channel. First mobile stream. Congratulations to you all. Very excited. We'll do this more often whenever I travel. You'll see maybe I'll do some walk-arounds. FC Cincinnati has a brand new stadium that I got season tickets to, so you guys are going to see some of that. That's exciting stuff. How-to vids. I prefer not to talk about my day job on the channel just for privacy reasons. But sometime in the future, we'll talk about that. Scarpio, thanks for stopping by. How-to vids, Visca Barca, Ayush, my man, thank you so much for your support as always. Let me read that real quick. Messi said the last time we won La Liga that its value would not be known to us right away, but in a few years we will understand its value. That's exactly what's happening. We won 8 out of the 11 years. Messi was basically telling us, you guys, that hey, that era of domination is over. We were spoiled from 2006 to 2015. Some of the best football you'll ever see in your entire life out of Barcelona. Some of the most beautiful, the most exciting, thrilling, tactical, genius football from 2006 to 2015. Amazing stuff. But we're not in that era anymore. We're just not, you guys. We are very much rebuilding. We should have started this rebuild back in 2014. That's what should have happened. We really hinged everything on one more push in that MSN era to get the 2015 treble. And I think the idea was that we were going to build around Neymar. And then you guys all saw what happened with that. Frankie, good morning, friend. Glad you got to pop in here for a second. I'm going to be hopping off. How-to vids, like I said, I don't want to talk about what I do for a living just for privacy reasons. I appreciate that, though. 4:30, Frankie. My man, go back to bed, Frankie. Go back to bed. Hit the snooze. I'm going to get out of here, folks. Like I said, I'm rambling at this point. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking a ride. Like I said, first ever mobile stream. This is our 6th or 7th or 8th Wake Up in Barca. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Wake Up in Barca. Even if I'm traveling, we're not going to miss it. Thank you so much. Oh, Frankie, you haven't even been in bed yet. Well, go to bed, Frankie. Get some sleep. Everybody else, enjoy your Friday. Enjoy your weekend. We'll figure something out. I know Barcelona is going to be playing on Sunday, along with every other La Liga match, so we will probably be watching more of the Madrid games just to see how those end, because that's going to determine the title, right? So, Sunday, noon Eastern Daylight Time, come hang out. I'll be back home in my regular studio. We'll kick things off the right way like we typically do. Other than that, friend, lots of news, lots of updates coming on the channel. As always, love y'all very much. I'll see you soon. Bye. Mwah.